Welcome back to BankuBoys podcast. My name is Kokudi KDCL, Big Lobo, as you already know me. And today here, we have a lot of things to talk about today, hot topics. And today I'm your chief Banku driver, and I'm here with
His Excellency Kilintia Denanesia Maimono Donko. One.
And then
His Excellency Azuli Safuna
So we all 10 killers for here. It be so. So today we have a very hot and disturbing topic because there's an issue. And then there's a journalist saying something or say, I think Ghana we are over pampering our nurse. And your nurse is funny to say, you have a strike. If I have a coty, I have a tenefia, So sit back, grab your popcorn as we dive into the matters. No, I also watch your idea.
Watch a video of popcorn. Let's be realistic, okay? Let's be realistic.
Okay, maybe the abochi every video. So to get your grab your abochi and then yeah. So before we go into the topic, I want to introduce you to 5GS Media. We are out for your photography, videography, weddings, or any graphy you can think of. We got you covered. Just come to Pokwase Maira. Pokwase. Click the numbers on the screens, talk to us, and then we got you covered. Very, very affordable prices that we got for you. And then 5GS glam for the beautiful ladies. But I'm going to come on. Alright. So there's a journalist who said that they are pumping nurses from when they went on the strike. And then our nurses went on strike because the thing was the previous government, which was last year 2024,
MPP.
Under MPP, they met with a Grima.
Ghana registered nurses and midwives
Association.
Grima.
Says Grima. So they met with them and then they were having a conversation about how nurses feel like they are not being paid enough for the work they do, and then in Tiama baby cornerstone training they fly up to the States, you know. Don't you think there's a cap somewhere there? The cap I'm trying, we will talk about, I'll dive into the cap. But I'm gonna say they mostly fly on rotation normally I continue to be my or because the services over here, the services here is very poor. So talk about the service. Service is a whole lot of something. It's not just but much as more conditions normally here demand. So if they are not satisfied, they can satisfy the patients. Yeah. Into how many are buying it now? I'm say are buying no agreement. No, I'm saying this and yeah. See a bit here. Now they say obiam koto forms of blue trim NS and no honor about Ghana for the year. Any the omni. They were requesting like more than 15 allowances.
Oh no, it's 9.
9.
Let
me just read it to you.
It's 9 allowances.
Let me read it to you. There's more than 9 allowances. From what I saw, it's more than 9.
From what I read, it was 9 allowances. Income allowances,
funeral allowance,
family something.
Some transportation allowances, some income waiting allowances, some PAG, MPhil allowances and things. It be like 9 allowances. So me I see say it be normal demand, like it be minimum standard as a nurse to take such allowance, because I did research that's the minimum standard in every country. They take those kind of allowances. So it's normal for them to demand for such allowances. But the fact that they are going on strike is where my problem relies.
Okay. So your problem is the strike they went. Okay, first of all, that action was never we will never justify that action.
Oh yeah.
We will never say anything
that because it's really brought some kind of panic into the society.
People lost their loved ones, and you say panic. Somebody that died, you say panic.
people died. Like
so my problem is our nurses, our beautiful nurses and the handsome nurses. We understand you do a beautiful job.
No, handsome.
Say boys,
Yo,
Bema say what's in the top?
Ship the like Bema
Coffee tea.
Bema Our beautiful nurses,
Our beautiful nurses, we understand that you are working and then you are doing a great job here. But let us not do like when I watched their press release about them calling off the strike, the woman was saying something that the Ghana has been like non-partisan. They've been for no political party since. You understand? So that means you are putting Ghana first. But your action was never Ghana first. The actions you guys took recently, I would say it wasn't Ghana first. Because we are all, this is more like, you see, we have the elites and then the middle class and then you understand? So if you have issues and your issue was concerned, like it goes to the elites, let us know you are fighting the elites. But if you make the poor or the middle class pay for what the elites are doing, it's not worth it.
No.
I don't know if you know what I try to talk about, it makes sense.
Because let's say the CEO for Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, George Smith, he told them, say, oh, like this is the situation will happen. So let's come back and talk about this and resolve it without going on strike. So like if you think about the people say, oh, like people are going to face consequences if you go on strike, you should have just like hear them out and see, because as before they said there was an injunction.
There was an injunction because
as they passed the
Pangma said I want to use Pangma there, but psychiatric.
The time the court removed the injunction, then passed bill for 2025 already.
The budget was full.
Exactly. Where they say then they hear like 2 billion to pay for their whole allowances.
It will cost a lot.
Ghana, the economy.
So my problem comes to the fact that you see, we live in a country, the average Ghanaian cannot even afford like 100 cedis hospital medical bills. So sometimes in the buy area, you could tell that the person now the medical hospital, but no one can say, they might not be able to pay. So we say, what why she need to new tanable so
why the health insurance is not working.
Is it
okay? Health insurance is working, but sometimes you can still it can cost you 100 cedis. I'll leave proof of that. I sometimes go to the hospital, my health insurance is working, and I'll be out and I'll like it's costing me like 300 cedis in there. So like, but actually, because they can't afford it. So my problem is, we live in a country when patients come to hospitals, you nurses, same nurses, complaining about the poor service, talk about infrastructure. You need bed, you need oxygen, you need hydrogen, you need helium. You don't have stuff. We understand that, allowances, you deserve it too. But I can only government share now, it should have been more infrastructure, more hospitals, so that even those in the nursing school will management, because for what we know, obviously nurse now 5-10 years no, but then you won't take allowance.
My problem is with the whole allowance thing for the students. That's why we have a problem. Nursing, and then teachers training. We can put that money in bettering the conditions of the health system. You understand? Because if it's the number one incentive for a lot of people going to nursing school and teacher training. Okay. Because they know that they will get an allowance. They will get allowance. And if the country is going to give you something of that sort, there should be some kind of commitment that even after you are done, you are going to serve for a while at least. But then, because I don't understand why it costs us billions of cedis. It costs us billions of cedis. Because to pay allowances to some of these students. So I don't understand the point. I don't understand the point.
Their first priority was supposed to be equipment, infrastructure.
That is what I hope they should have.
When you can now come as maybe now we are working overtime and things, so the allowances.
But
right now, if you are being factual, the services of nurses in Ghana are poor.
I don't like. I was in primary, and one girl fainted where I grew up. One girl fainted, and then the teachers took her to the hospital. So I followed. So I went there. The nurse was playing Candy Crush. That time Candy Crush was new. She was playing Candy Crush, and our friend she fainted.
Me say, let government set people go on the street. No one can say, oh, I buy business say or the allowances can nurses for no 2 nurses for a country, man. Music, come on, taxpayers. Music and make sure we can see everyone count. I bet you 80% will say no.
Oh yeah.
Because when you go to hospital and these nurses, we are not saying all nurses. Some of you are doing a great job. But for sometimes, I went to my brother had an accident. Man, it's Ebuye.
And
then we went to
English.
We went
Your
to,
brother had an accident.
and then his arm break. So you call Confanachi.
Yeah.
Bro, we went there. And then this guy was in pain. I could feel my brother in pain. Like, bro, my brother is sweating. Because the arm and the shoulder has dislocated. So he's in pain. We went to the emergency. I don't know if that guy was a nurse or a doctor. He's on his phone. Make a fill form for my brother. They fill the forms. I please no Moku go X-ray. All this while he's in pain. We go to X-ray there. The guy there, they tell me say he shifts end. So he did it, but I say he shifts end. So Moku wait the next person to come now. He the dress. Then my brother did the wheelchair inside in pains just for X-ray. We did this queue inside there, and then the people were there. When we go do the X-ray is what person when we can't have the people who are there to us left.
So what's the problem? Is the problem the personnel or the equipment?
So now I want to say something. That day same day at the hospital, people were coming into the emergency sector and there were no bed. I saw someone in their bed. He got a bed but no room. So the hallway now, people they move. That's where the person is. I nearly even got some guy called me. I thought say he was okay. Say I think like because no matter children about him. So he asking me to like untie him. Because hallway needs sound or the whole
just like that.
So first of all, the services there, the equipment and everything, you don't have. You get a chance to talk to the government and you are requesting allowances. When you people personally, your services are poor.
The services of nurses are very poor.
You understand? When you talk about this, everybody, some of them will get mad and I will dry bread. We nurse for dry bread.
We understand that you people have like harsh conditions and sometimes you people go to extreme places and work. But that doesn't mean that when you're frustration, the patients will suffer because you are dealing with some frustration from the government. But when you go to owners and you call hospital, you wouldn't like that. So like let's just be human because Nipa patient has come to you. Charlie, problem now we game.
Me, I'm blaming a lot of parents for this thing because I don't understand. Some people cannot be nurses. There are some people in this world.
For real.
Wait,
100%.
Relax.
Like, be like,
wait, it's some people. Let me say what I have to say.
Let him talk.
As a Ghana, me cancer win about Obi failing again.
Let me say what I want to say.
They say failure.
Some people can never be nurses or teachers in this world. There's some people that are not.
Never.
Some people don't have. I mean, we grow, so maybe some of our mates might have changed. But sometimes you sometimes you hear that this girl is in nursing school. I'm like, this guy. Now that's more for him.
So last time I went to
Desmond, how?
I went to hospital and then is it OPD? It was just normal malaria or something. And then OPD there was this. I think it was one of the clinical girls. Those that come to do the clinicals, right? And then two. Meaning level 200.
Yeah.
You should be a little bit like knowledge. That's knowledgeable, right?
Yeah.
This guy is taking my sugar level or whatever it is. Once somebody pin you for the press, then you pinch. Ha! Get it there. And I was like,
yeah. Then when they will tell you, sorry.
And they say,
bro, like this person is hurting you. Like, what you boss say? I can agree. I said, a friend was telling me about his experience, and he said they were taking blood from this part of his hand. Here, punch, it didn't go. Punch, it didn't go. She said, sorry. Punch again. Punch in the same place, and then blood was oozing over.
Oh.
What? You can't be a nurse. It's not by fault. It's just like selling Indomie. Some people feel like Indomie. Cabbage. No, I got pay. No, say what on Indomie. Same as nursing. If you're not passionate about it, don't
There's one thing Anabeli said, and then up to now, everything that Ghanaians do, that is bad. I take it there and it makes sense. That's most Ghanaians have lost their value. Most Ghanaians have lost their value. The person chose to go to the nursing because, as you said, allowance. Or two, protocol, you feel way, you know, for university.
I don't understand.
And that was
nursing supposed to be a profession.
It's supposed to be a profession
that you get after not doing well. Like
that's how
I don't understand.
And then two, sometimes I used to wonder because nursing is science.
It's science.
I did science in school. So I was like, somebody who doing my course now, no, he never knew anything about one year science who be here.
What's that?
All of a sudden, this person come to do microbiology. He's come to do all these.
Funny enough, my course I was actually.
So I'm like, what?
That's my biggest problem. Because I don't understand why very, very important professions like teaching, nursing are professions that people go in when they have lost hope. In the other ventures.
When you go, and you know,
I don't understand.
You know one thing too, where the boss mama way they vex me. Hey, they vex me or pass a meeting. Person they go never someone they go learn science, they go learn how to be patient about patience. But they are living in harsh conditions. Now be to nursing school. Now about all hundreds get down. Now to nursing school. No, it's senior.
Let's not talk another.
No, this is crazy. For me, it is crazy.
I get that.
This will be a peace of mind. I won't advise anybody to go to. No, I won't advise anybody to go to nursing training. No, go to a university and have your nursing training. But it makes no sense.
Listen. Senior, junior.
One day on this stage, we'll talk about teachers training and their experiences. Nurses training and their experiences. Today we are speaking about qualifications. Right now, we are speaking about demand. We are speaking about whether or not nursing is a profession you choose after you fail at everything else.
But that's the reality here.
And I hate that it's becoming a choice because they feel like they'll pay you.
Oh yeah, because I know a lot of my friends will feel way now they be nurses.
So right now, let's get back to the main topic here. You people are going to. We went on strike. People lost their lives. There's this one lady that came to. I felt the lady's face. It's her uncle, just 30 years old guy, recently, my age mate. 30 years old guy. Hey, married like just 3 years ago, no kids. Asthma attack. How serious is asthma attack? They carry person come hospital. The wife say, "You watch out. Any amount you want, you will pay."
They think they no go do.
What's the government so mama went to me? We to carry your husband go home. We they carry him go home to you go there.
We like so
this is the country we live in, but they will blame politicians for their wickedness. Waiting the wicked past this.
Wicked passes.
Waiting the wicked past this.
I remember those days when Mamines, like there's one nurse in my area, she was called Mamines. She was a retired nurse, almost going to retirement. Even after she was down in the profession, she was still helping people with those diseases. I'm like that's personal, that's care. Like they know it.
This is who a nurse is supposed
to be. Right now, if you're talking about wickedness and you want to get your heart broken to the highest degree, cofferness. There's nothing, there's nobody else that can give that level of akrobo than a nurse.
Like if you see that's where a man and Kofonia problem with the allowance they are asking, because you people too many of the citizens in Ghana, you people are not doing anything. So why do you like
medicine? They don't get allowance.
They don't.
Radiography, they don't get allowance. Pharmacy, they don't get allowance. Law, they don't get allowance. Physics, they don't get allowance. Engineering, they don't get allowance. Nursing, they get allowance. Good.
It's not fair. Let's
give computer science.
They don't get allowance.
Computer science.
Let's be true to ourselves. It's not worth it.
That strike is not worth it.
You all need Ghana be yeah, it's not many meals. Kaka will make Ghana better. But then let's set our priorities straight. We all know your hospital, next Becca, children make a helium new or new. But then you get the chance, government say, tell us the enye, we nursing training, I'm chiri. What's mommy allowance?
Allowance.
You deserve it. You deserve any allowance. If you go to the foreign countries, I think their medical bills are paid for free.
Yeah.
But here I think they pay.
Yeah.
We understand. You deserve it. Allowances.
Some nurses deserve it. Actually.
Some
nurses deserve.
Yeah. Some benefits before her. But most importantly, please equipment, infrastructures.
Think about
build more hospitals so that our junior nurses, when they complete, they can also come and work. So that we'll one way. But then fully allowances, instead of this, you just go on strike for people to die.
Because I think even when Smith met, they were like, fine now, 2025 bill, you're passing into let's push your agenda to 2026 into my allowances. You had a chance to have this negotiation. But just because of the people, when it comes and your allowance is coming, you are taking
you can't. Now send me can't. And then sometimes like we don't want to act like we are being too old type of people. You guys have been doing the work without these allowances.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Like
for a long while.
Passion.
We are not trying to say it's good that you do that, but then set your priorities straight.
Oh.
If the driver is there,
you don't be the side.
You hit the middle.
Exactly. So just you people are just
because me on 3 reasons. 1, economic justification. They make sense say you go strike on this thing. 2, if you are talking about workplace realities, they make sense say the condition of like the people you are in, the people you are taking care of, their conditions. So what should force you to go on strike, knowing that these are the kind of people who are there?
This is a very strong point because you people understand that patients' mental health is very key. That's why
we always talk about it.
How you talk to your patients even matters. How you talk to them. Now how you talk crime matter. What else would I want to crime
how can this person DNS? Like how?
So
me, I don't Abigail.
I will never side whatever these nurses do. I will never justify whatever it is. So now I'm buying 2 CDs a month now. I'm call strike in the crowd. Sacrificing the poor or the middle class for something the elites do doesn't make sense. That is my problem.
And you see all these problems in the government hospitals.
So the girl
public hospitals, not private sectors. No, always is these kind of nurses, bad services from nurses. They are all from the public hospital, and that's where most of Ghanaians go. So you can imagine
because in the end, what you can afford, and then sometimes when it gets too serious, that's where they will take you to.
That's what I'm saying. So rather, if 80% are on the public sectors, like you are going to the public, that's where we should focus the good nurses.
Because
patients.
you know what?
Wait. What you are saying can be turned in the direction, because if you are saying that the good ones go to the private sector, what does it mean? Is it that the bad conditions and then the poor salaries in the public ones are making them become wicked? Or
it's part. Because right now, if you are being honest to ourselves, people are not working with passion anymore. Everybody's like, so it's compared to a private. Because of pay, he's very good. Like he's active, because when he said at the end, Onyani pay, he doesn't have to rely on government for anything he pay about. But public sectors, no. The allowance in my Onyeska, but can the boy be na this camera more dear fucker? We jack. They are no better when he crouch but that's not supposed to be a nature of finesse. You have to have caring, kindness.
You signed bond. Good. With patience, with citizens.
Abigail is so.
Who did this happen?
We are not that you know nurse. That's all I know. To me, so, it should never be a nurse.
So let's say for their allowance, some way, somehow they deserve it. But for the strike, it's very unnecessary. Very unnecessary. And their services, very poor. Like 80% of nurses, I know, very poor services.
How can somebody come to your hospital, take care of the person? My boss say, oh, maybe hammy. Buame. Some nurses, I went to this hospital and then there was, could you believe, I don't want to mention name, a nurse in the hospital even told somebody that you should stop drinking this particular brand of water because they give them typhoid. I wanted the company to sue that nurse, but you, it's okay. Why would you say this? That's what we don't have. Sometimes no. Sometimes
maybe she knows what she's saying.
Maybe.
Because which brand of water is it recognized?
It's a recognized one. A very recognized
bottled
water.
And he said it gives typhoid.
So they should stay away from it.
I beg, when we close, then you tell me that I also stay away from it. Because
now you have to do our research. Maybe it's true. Maybe it does give typhoid.
As for that one, we can't.
She's a nurse, so if she's saying that, maybe she has a stand.
I didn't know nurses were doing researches on pure waters.
Oh yeah,
it's their field. Like make their one dream. I'm saying what is in the mind.
It should be as intuition or they can.
Boy, by this time, going to be on the boy more company.
So Charlie, let's get more serious about this case because me, as I said, I won't stand with you people today, tomorrow, forever.
You have to stand.
I won't stand with you because me to sacrifice
their priorities are wrong.
One thing that they bash me say, you know the picture I'm picturing here. The people you are trying to communicate to, when they are sick, they fly out of the country because they know the processes like they now have created. They know the monsters they've created.
They know.
But then you want to talk to them, and then you use your people, your family. So imagine that girl that lost her uncle was like putting profession aside. We are human beings. Imagine if it was you. If it were to be you.
How do you feel?
How will you feel? You understand? Two need to my only feeling.
Nipeu. And like
that's right. So many issues that is going on in this country that the government is failing to do. Concerning the health sectors. So you think say head of the Ghanaian sample for Tenasano, they thought say their motivation is not enough. That is why patients but we bed and that's all. That is why I'm telling me short oxygen my patient. So the allowances should be put first before they come to the infrastructure. Oh, come on. Let's not act like, bro, this is so uncalled for.
There's some videos that are like
you people are some of you are doing great job, but for this, it's
like
down.
Nurses, like let's say health workers be one sector they're not for go strike because you know the kind of people then go strike it really affect the people
like social security.
It really affect the people. So they're not for they just have to be humans and be like, oh, you let's have a negotiation. Oh, up until this point, fine.
There are other means you can speak to the government
without going on strike.
That will be at least harsh enough that
so like are you cool with people dying just
it's crazy.
I mean, that was what one girl was saying on X and we were cooking here that so if the nurses come back from strike, all the people that died, we didn't resurrect them. It's like now me the only problem that I have is that, and these are my final words, is that nursing shouldn't be a profession that we like try to put an incentive on that if you come to nursing school we will give you an allowance. It should be a profession that people who are passionate about taking care of people go into. That should be our aim, and not just because there's an allowance. Let's be more thoughtful and let's be more organized when it comes to
don't be pessimistic.
When it comes to like getting people that are actually wanting to do these things to do them. Because thousands now we are I mean,
yeah. So
that's it
for me. My final statements are we do understand that you people need some allowance for, but you should know there was a reason why you entered the nursing. It was because of the people.
To serve.
Yes, it was because you wanted better health conditions for the country. So just focus on that and work on that. The money, it will come. It's right now. No, we are in a place where colleagues, money will come. We go put all the money. But right now, you should focus on the people. And see, equipment are not there. Let's talk about equipment. How can we find ways of making the citizens feel okay? That's where the focus should be. If that one is satisfied, now you can talk about your allowance because right now you have provided everything and you are working, so you deserve it.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be calling for allowances and stuff while the country know you are working poorly. That's very bad. So the next is, please, you guys should be on your toes and work as you signed or you whatever you did over there. You should work towards that.
You don't tip me. So yeah, I would say you people are doing great job, the nurses in this country, because yeah, just even this small strike, you people want to show Ghanaians like, yeah, without you, we will go through a lot. We'll go through a lot. So I'm just pleading. Let's set our priorities straight. Because as I said, if we are to go down on the streets as Ghanaians, your money is going to be used to pay nurses extra. Do you agree or not? You people wouldn't get this allowance. I bet you. You wouldn't get it. Because a lot of people have bad comments about your services. But then work on that. And then we understand that you need motivation. Today, maybe my allowance kakra can focus infrastructure. Because yeah, you're also human beings. You are working day and night.
They should not even me. They should not touch the allowance. The allowance they are giving to the nursing students, they should come and use it to better their services and give them the allowance.
Or like they can take it from the students and give it to them.
Exactly.
And then use the rest to better the system. You understand? So
and can you believe that Ghana's healthcare system is one of the best in Africa? Yes. I'm leaving you with that. If you want to know how bad it is, Ghana's health system is one of the best in Africa and one of the best in the sub-region.
Maybe they use Lagos Hospital.
Why?
Okay, so fellow Bankurians, we have brought the show to an end.
Banku.
Share your ideas in the comment section. What do you think? Are we making sense? Or you have something else to say to counterattack whatever we said over here? Let us know in the comment section. And then if today is your first time watching BankuBoys podcast, don't forget to share, subscribe, like, and then put us on post notification. We bring you all the hottest news, hottest topic, break it down for you to understand, break mindsets and all that. So what we say for
Banku.
Makaramo.